The only problem with blending is that you get rid of harsh lines, that's true, but you also often get rid of more color than you'd like to in the shadow application. So it's often a necessity for you to go back and add more color, which is exactly what happened to me because I've lost some color in my inner and outer corner. So with my MAC 219 brush, I'm going to go back to this green shade and reapply a little bit more of it in my inner and outer corner. And my crease as well. Okay, with a MAC 239 brush, I'm going to take a little bit of this old gold color again and reapply a bit of that back onto my lid. I think makeup application is a lot like painting. We have to continuously add more color, blend, add more color to get the desired effect. And kind of like with painting, at some point the effect that you get is kind of disastrous, and I think a lot of people oftentimes ask themselves, should I keep going or should I just take a makeup wipe and take it all off? Well, actually a lot of the time before you get the makeup to look really good, it looks really, really bad, so you should not be discouraged by that, but kind of keep going and blending and adding more color, and most of the time you will get a good effect in the end. Just don't get discouraged by kind of what you get in the middle of the makeup application. Okay, so that's blended and defined. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the green in my inner corner. I'm going to blend a bit again. Okay, so with my 239 brush, I'm now going to apply my highlight shade, which is going to be this gold cream whitish shade, which is very multi-dimensional, I have to say, for a drugstore product. And I'm just going from the inner corner to my brow. So I'm just tapping it on and then sweeping to blend it. And I'm just cleaning out my outer corner as well. I'm just going to take my MAC 222 brush now and kind of blend the gold shade, the gold green shade, further into my highlight, so it's even less of a line and more of a fade, a gradual fade of color. Okay. To give the eyes more of a sultry effect and more dimension, I'm going to use the darkest shade from the palette, this one, this dark matte brown, just in the very outer corner, very near my lash line, to darken that part a bit. Yeah, and this will make the eyes seem more kind of mysterious and more sultry. So I'm just darkening that for a little bit more dimension. Okay. For my liner, I will be using L'Oreal Eye Designer in the color Deep Brown. And it is exactly that, just a very, very deep brown. What I want to do is put this as close to my lash line as possible and make it very thin in the inner corner and a bit thicker in the outer corner, because that opens up the eyes and makes them look bigger. To intensify the effect of the liner, I'm going to go over it with a 209 brush, and I'm going to be using this deep brown shade, Wet. I am going to be using Polidorf Transformer, and this is an eyeliner mixing medium. Sadly enough, I haven't found any kind of alternative to that, drugstore alternative. But you can use Weizen drops, water, or the best thing to use if you haven't got an eyeliner mixing medium is contact lens solution. So if you're a contact lens wearer, I highly suggest that. I think it's got something to do with saline in it that makes it a very good mixing medium for powder eyeshadows if you want to transform them into eyeliner. So that's my suggestion. But I do have to be honest, I'm going to be using this. And I'm just going over the pencil eyeliner with this deep brown shade. This will lighten up the shade a bit. Make it a bit more shimmery, and the overall effect will be stronger. For mascara, I'm going to use Maybelline Lash Stiletto. Now I'm just going to clean up the fallout with a fan brush. This one is by Estee Lauder. I'm just sweeping off all of the fallout with the translucent powder that I put on underneath. So I don't really like using this method for some reason, but it's very effective. For my lower lash line, I am going to use a combination of the old gold shade just in the very inner corner and the green shade all over the lash line. I'm going to use them wet with a 209 brush, and I'm using Transformer by Polidorf, but you can use Weizen or contact lens solution. Although I do have to say, if you're using water, make sure that you just wet the edge of your eyeshadow, because water can actually ruin eyeshadows since it's not meant to be used with many shadows. Okay, I'm not actually cleaning my brush off, but just dipping it into the khaki green shade, and this is what I'm going to put all over my lash line. I'm using the 209 brush because I'm a precision freak, and because it's a small, very pointy brush, this gives me kind of maximum precision. And I'm all going over the old gold shade in my inner corner to make it darker, but using the old gold shade underneath will kind of lighten it up. Lighten up the khaki shade a bit. For an even more sultry effect and smoky effect, I'm going to apply an eyeliner, a pencil eyeliner on my waterline, and this one is by Sephora, and it's in this khaki green shade, which is almost exactly the same shade as the powder eyeshadow by Revlon. This is the completed look. On my cheeks, I use this blush by L'Oreal. It's their Blush Delise in Sugar Plum. And I really recommend these. These have very nice subtle shimmer. They have really nice color payoff. And I just have only good things to say about these. On my lips, I used a combination of a product by Rimmel. It's their Vinyl Jelly Lip Liner. This is a lip liner that was meant to be used with gloss. I think this is a discontinued product, but that's actually a good thing because you can buy them dirt cheap on eBay. Usually you can get them in a pack of all the colors that they make. And these are just, they're fantastic. They're really fantastic. They go on like butter. They're very creamy and very moisturizing. And I actually use them as an alternative to lipstick all over my lips because there's no drying effect with these lip liners. And I use the matching gloss. This is Silk Gloss by Max Factor in the color Peach Glow.